Lesson 4.2, we're going to be writing equations in slope-intercept form. So remember that slope-intercept form is y equals mx plus b. And again, you have that on your formula sheet, so if you forget, you can always refer to that. But the reason it's called slope-intercept form is because m is the slope, b is the y-intercept, so it gives us those two pieces of information. So example 1, write an equation of a line that passes through 2, 1 with a slope of 3. So we're given the slope m, so that's helpful. And then we're given this 2, 1. Well, what is 2, 1? Well, 2, 1 is a point on that line, so an x and a y. Well, if we look at our equation, y equals mx plus b, we have an x and a y. So what we can do is we could rewrite with what we have so far. So y equals 3x plus b, because we have the slope 3, so we can substitute in for m. The thing that we're missing is the b. We can easily find the b by substituting in our point x, y. Well, our x is 2 and our y is 1. So 1 equals 3 times 2 plus b. So now the only piece of information left to find is b. So 1 equals 6 plus b. Subtract 6, and you get negative 5 equals b. So now we found our b, and our b is negative 5. So then we come back and we rewrite our final equation, because this is right equation. So y equals 3x minus 5. Now, you don't want to resubstitute 2, 1 in, because that is just a point on the line y equals 3x minus 5. You want to put the x and the y back into the equation. So example number 2, write an equation of a line that passes through negative 3, 7 and negative 2, 4. So what you want to do is you want to use the slope formula first. So we know that m equals y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. All right, so x1, y1, my first set of points, x2, y2 for my second set of points. So then we substitute in. So y2 is 4 minus 7 over negative 2 minus a negative 3. 4 minus 7 is negative 3. Negative 2 minus a negative. Well, minus a negative becomes plus. So negative 2 plus 3 is 1. So our slope is negative 3. So there's our m. So our m is negative 3. So there's our equation. So we can start with that. So y equals negative 3x plus b. And now, because we have two x's and y's, again, this negative 3, 7 is a point on the line that we're going to be writing, and negative 2, 4 is a point on that line. We need to find that line. So pick one of those points. It doesn't matter. Negative 3, 7 or negative 2, 4. It's up to you which one you want to use. I'll use the second one. So I'm going to substitute in 4 for y times negative 3, or negative 3 times negative 2 for x plus b. 4 equals negative 3 times negative 2 is positive 6 plus b. I'm going to subtract 6. I get negative 2 for my b. So my b is now equal to negative 2. And then I rewrite my final equation. So y equals negative 3x minus 2. And this is our final answer for our equation. So this one took a little bit more. You have to find the slope and you have to find the y-intercept. Write a linear equation in slope-intercept form to model the situation. A telephone company charges a monthly fee of $28.75 plus 10 cents a minute for long-distance calls. Now, a lot of students will look at this and say that, okay, so it's a monthly fee of $28.75 plus 10 cents a minute. So they think for that monthly fee, it's per month. So that they want to put an unknown there. But let's just think about it for this month. If I had to pay my phone bill this month, I will be charged $28.75 for this month. I'm charged $28.75. That is like a constant. Every month I'm being charged $28.75. So it's really not fluctuating. It doesn't matter. You're not paying more per month. It's like a one-time fee per month. So every month I pay $28.75. What changes is the minutes, because I don't know how long my long distance calls are going to be. So maybe one time I talk to somebody long distance and it's 5 minutes, and then the next time it's 10 minutes. So that could change. So that's where your variable wants to go. So because this is changing, the 10 cents per minute, that is kind of your slope. It's that constant rate. So it's 10 cents per minute. So we have y equals mx plus b. Remember, that's our slope-intercept form, and they just want you to write an equation. So y, which would be our cost, and you could technically change the variables if you wanted y to be cost. You could say c if you really, really wanted to. So m is going to be our constant, which is 0.10x, and then plus b, which is that one-time fee that month, because that you're not going to be charged more than that in that 1 month, $28.75. So there's your equation for that. And then our last one, right, slope-intercept form. Now, what I like about using graphs and finding the equation is it's very easy. So y equals mx plus b. We need to find the m, which is the slope, b, which is the y-intercept. Okay, b, y-intercept. Let's start there. B, begin. Where is the y-intercept on this graph? Right there at 1. So we found our b. So we know that b equals, I'm going to write here, b equals 1. Well, what is our m equal to? Well, remember, m is our slope. How do we find slope? It's the rise of the number over the run of the number. How do we do that using a graph? Very simple, ladies and gentlemen. We pick a point on the graph. I'm going to pick where we began, at 1. And I am going to rise and run to another point. So I need to find another point on this graph that, I mean, I could use, like this point here if I really wanted to, or this point there if I really wanted to, but we're not crossing at nice spots. Like I want to look for nice spots where they cross. So this point right here is where they cross nice and neatly, and even down here is where they cross nice and neatly. So I want to rise, I basically want to make a big triangle. So I want to rise and run to my next point. So I rise and then I run to my next point. So what did I rise? So I'm looking at the vertical change. I went 1, 2, so that's 2. So my rise is 2. Then I ran, so then my horizontal change, I ran 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So basically the units. And that then is, now is that a positive slope or a negative slope? So I look at my line. Is my line increasing or is my line decreasing? Well, it's increasing. So it's a positive slope, 2/5. So my slope is 2/5. And now let's put it together. Y equals 2/5 x plus b.